What's up, Alphas? And we're doing one of my favorite things. We're going to read Buzzfeed and the topic they have. Men are revealing things they want to be stopped as far as judgment for doing, and some of these have never occurred to her. This is a woman named Fabiana. Shout out to her. And we're going to break down some of the things that we get judged for as men, right? And we have to break these stereotypes because they are wicked. Let's get started. Yes, we're about to break it down. So let's get into this BuzzFeed article. Men are revealing things they want to stop being judged for and doing. Some of these had no clue, never occurred to her before. I recently stumbled upon a Reddit thread where you true alpha male 69420 asked men of Reddit, what should men be judged for doing? And several of the answers that follow are really eye opening. And here are some. This is her, Fabiana. Shout out to her for taking this quiz. Taking their full paternity leave as permitted by their employer. Yes. Taking a paternity leave. You're a man. You're supposed to work, right? You're supposed to work. You're supposed to do your thing. You're supposed to work. That's what you're supposed to do. You're a man. You build houses. You hunt. You go to war. That's what you're supposed to do as a man, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. Let's just be going to war out here. Just, you know what I'm saying? But take your paternity leave. Listen, if you got time to go off with your family and still get paid for it, you have a child. Be with your wife. That's the most important bond you can have. What do you mean? Stop being judged for it. Having hobbies people define as effeminate, such as baking, gardening, textiles, stuff like that. What if a man like to garden? That's like yard work. Like, what if I want to pluck weeds? Y'all want me to rake the yard every time? You want me to cut the grass, but you don't want me to take care of the garden? By the way, some of these are just men too. These are being judged by men also. I do want that to be pointed out. These are like men judgments. So all this ain't all on women. So I don't want to tell anybody this on them. Some of these men judge other men for. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at them like this. You know what I'm saying? You got to go over the fence. Look at me, doctor. Look, interacting with kids, especially younger kids. Listen, this is iffy. This is a iffy one right here. Because I know the stereotype, the dangers, especially after the recent times and the things we heard. But being a good with kids, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of to some women they find it attractive actually. Show you good breeding material, I guess it would say. Compliment another man. I always say this. Listen, sometimes you gotta be comfortable in yourself. You might, hey, listen. People say you're a good looking guy. Listen, I don't know what a good looking man is. I know what society tells me attractive in a man, and you fit it. So shout out to you. I'm not gonna hate it, man. You dressed right. You do everything, man. You wearing that. You wearing that, boy. Oh boy, you smell good. I appreciate that, man. 'Cause some people stink. Bro, listen, you ever go to work and people just stink, but you don't want to say it. So why would I not tell you you smell good? Seeking support with mental health. I grew up in an environment where that wasn't okay. Okay. But in adulthood, I very much needed help working through things. I didn't have the tools or understand it alone. Listen, if you need to go just talk to somebody and your friends aren't receptive, and sometimes you need professional help, you should go. If you have dangerous thoughts or thoughts that's unclear on what you're feeling, or you don't understand, like you're in a rut and you don't know why, but you don't feel like you're in a rut, listen, go get help. I'm 100% for therapy. Showing emotion or not showing emotion, we should be able to choose how we feel. That's true. You're a human being. A lot of times I feel like people, especially men, especially black men, can't show emotion, but then you're like a robot and you don't show enough emotion. Like the second part of that, I think, is more black man, but the first part is just men in general. Like you're not allowed to show emotion. Well, if a black man show too much, he's dangerous, right? Or they'll use it against you. Not making the first move. By the way, I'm okay with it. Listen, if you want somebody in your life, ladies, make the first move. Listen, Don't miss opportunity on some stupid that might not have. Sometimes the dude you like might just have something else going on in his life. He might have something he's focused on. He might have a business he's trying to do. He might have a home he's trying to build. He might have something else. He might be weighing his options and he's just undecided right now because there's so much other things going on. He has to go to work every day. He has to do this. He might like you. He might think you dope, but he might in his mind be like, maybe she don't like me as much. Maybe she not as, you know what I'm saying? So now you make the move. He felt a little pressure. He kind of dig you. And then he's like, oh, I'm rocking with one of my boys on this channel did it. They have a beautiful relationship. Make the first move. If you enjoy somebody's company, even if they like unaware, completely unaware of the situation, go for it. Why not? Why is it like normal? Why miss out on a good thing off of your pride? And this goes for men too. Why miss out on a good thing because she asked you out? Listen, if you think she dope, go for it. Say, hey, I appreciate you doing that. I didn't even think about it. I was worried about something else. Being short. Listen, I don't. Listen, if somebody make fun of you being short, they're not mature enough for you. Go on. Like I don't care about that. Listen, if somebody, especially when you grown, when you in high school and college, maybe, but when you grown, you hit 30s, like who cares at this point? Like most of the successful people, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne, they're tiny men getting physically taken care of, like a massage or a spa. Listen, athletes do massages and spas because it helps their body. It's actually good for your body in a lot of ways. It's good for your mental health too. Don't let nobody bully you into thinking taking care of yourself. It's a, get your nails done. Make it. I heard it's healthy. I don't know about painting them different colors. You can do it if you want to. I don't care. That's not for me. But listen, if you like that, do it. Who cares? Like, why are we judging people for that? Being shy is a natural thing, by the way. You probably need to overcome it sooner or later because you might miss opportunities. Listen, my whole thing is about taking opportunities. Take the opportunity in front of you. Men, women, take it. Being shy can stop you from a blessing. But at the same time, you shouldn't judge somebody for being shy. It's a work in progress. You don't know people's situation, they live in lives and how it goes. Let people be shy. Taking long showers. I wish I could take a long shower. I don't know whoever hated on this. Oh, they thinking you doing that. Okay, I get it. I'll say most of my friends took long showers. So I ain't never heard this one before. Have y'all ever heard this one? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever heard of number 12 taking long showers? Not being in the mood. I think this for older men. I think that can be for older men. Because when you're young, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not being in the mood is some younger people. I know when it drops, you know what I'm saying, you get kind of be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I gotta get it out. But hold on, man, listen, you got health issues and shit. Expressing ourselves. My wife pregnant has a full-time job. Since she's been pregnant, I've been doing 100% of cooking, cleaning, errands, groceries, rubbing her feet, and taking care of her. Good job, my guy. When she gets home from work, I put on her favorite show and have her relax the rest of the day. I refuse to have to her do work, any work, and so on. Listen, this is the one thing I do want to bring up that I heard that a lot of people have a problem with, right? Listen, if you're a man and you can't afford to take care of your family and your wife works to help you take care of the family, expecting her to get the old treatment of when you took care of the home financially, it's like the most unreasonable thing I've ever heard. It's kind of stupid, actually. Asking someone to not only do what you do, maybe not to the extreme, but to work 40 hours a day, you work 40 hours, and then expect them to do all of the housework, and you just like on a random Saturday, I'll cut the grass. It's like ridiculous, right? If okay, let's make a plan. Be reasonable. Like, okay, if you cook, I wash the dishes. If you since I do the yard and cut the grass, you can mop the floor. We only do that we only do it once a week or something, twice a week. Something reasonable. Just make it reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Not that she shouldn't have to do nothing or you shouldn't have to do nothing. Unless you don't work, then you should do everything this man do without her being pregnant. Now, if she's pregnant, you should 100% do what this man do. Shout out to him. But if she's not pregnant and y'all both work for that, you crazy for doing that too. I'm so, getting a sports car, new clothes. I couldn't afford the cars I wanted when I was younger. It's not some kind of phase or a midlife crisis. Stop labeling man as immature for enjoying things. Hold up, is that a real thing? Is this a real? The only time I heard people criticize that if they know they can't afford it, right? Like if you make $55,000 a year and you buying a sports car and that high insurance might kick you in the butt, you probably are immature. But if you can afford it, who's telling you not to do it if you can afford it? Like who's out here telling basketball players and rappers not to buy Louis? I've never heard of this. Is that a thing? Let me know in the comments. Some of these I ain't never heard of. Drinking cocktails instead of beer or girly drinks. Is that? I'm not an alcohol drinker, so I don't know if that's a thing. Let me know in the comments again. Not peeing stand up, sir, sir. The only way this is acceptable if you do a hard job, sir. Do you not know how this works? But if some, never mind. They ain't. Shout out to you, my guy, because I'm like, By the way, if you ever tired and like, you've been like working hard, you've been on your feet for a long time at your job, like 9 hours, you can. I don't mind this, but at the same time, that's kind of silly. Parenting kids, working in primary care and babysitting. I always advocate for more men to be in the school system. Is this a thing too? That like men can't go into like primary education? Babysitting, I get. Even though I will warn you, probably not much difference between young girls and young men and babysitting. From what I know, but the women don't get held as responsible most of the time. But it's still similar. But I get it. What you're saying, well, babysitting is kind of it's interesting. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Being close to your parents, mother being close to your parents and mother doesn't mean you're a mama's boy. So what if I'm listen? My mom, like right now, the most important person in my life till I get a wife. So, so who cares? Again, and why would you? Some of y'all are mama's boys. Though. Like some of these are on the borderline that you can get judged for, but you shouldn't. But if you take it too far, you know what I mean. If you just take it, it's a line that you can cross. That can go into creepy, and everybody got to admit it. So I'm kind of like I said, who cares? You like your mom, you love your mama, but some of y'all do too much. You know what I mean? Bringing up something that bothers them about their partner for the major manage. This is interesting because I think women are more sensitive to this, but nowadays I don't know. Men are sensitive now too. You know, men are really sensitive now. So I don't know. Maybe I agree with this one now. But usually it's hard to like if you tell a woman something bothers them, you kind of hint around it. But you should do it because that also can. I mean, depending on what it is, right? But if you just go around telling your girl she's heavy, I think they're just rude and like trying to destroy her confidence. But if you're like, hey, you smack with your mouth open, please stop. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You're smacking with your mouth open. I think it is having trust issues with women. I agree with that. Hairlines. No, I refuse. Bring back shame. I refuse. 22 is the first one I vehemently.
You're under surveillance.
Hi, Stephen A. Smith. But I listen, bring back shame. Listen, bro, if your hairline going here, cut it off. Bring back shame. I'm a proponent of bringing back shame. Listen, don't be out here fighting for your life. You know what I'm saying? Man spreading. Who? I have never heard of this. Is this like a European thing? I have never heard of a man who can't sit with their legs open. I never heard of this. Is this really a thing? I've never heard of this. I used to love taking long walks by myself at night when I was in high school. Nowadays, I'm worried somebody gonna think, who? Who's gonna think you're creepy? Who? Who thinks you're creepy for this? Unless you got a hoodie on with your head down, which then you look like you dressing like a dude who commits crimes. You got a hoodie on, head down, with your not making eye contact with people. That's weird. But if you just a regular dude walking, listening to music, I'm pretty sure no one cares about you taking long walks. I think that's a him thing. Y'all, what about y'all? Y'all think that's a him thing? Because he's saying right here, no one has told him that. But now that I'm worried, someone is gonna think I'm creepy. That's like one of them things. I'm thinking people think I'm creepy because I'm doing. I don't know if people actually do though. Some of these I don't think are even probable, or like maybe it's not American, a Southern thing. As I'm from the South, so let me shout out to Go Nico. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. All that. This is Buzzfeeds. Men are revealing things they want to stop being judged. As you saw in the comment, when we talk about toxic masculinity, we're talking about the idea that men aren't supposed to do these things. All men should be able to do these things without judgment. I think some agree with this. Then some just hate men and just want everything to be toxic masculinity. But we also got to be real. But some do. I do see a lot of people do that too. I don't know the percentages. I don't really associate with things like that too often because like negative. But that's my thought. I appreciate y'all. All right, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this video in the comments. Peace.